I would be girl best friends with the guy is if I had a thing for him.
Man's not jealous when you're hanging out with other men. He's not the man you want.
I'm
really
sorry,
funny.
you looked up how to hug someone?
Yeah.
I did.
We are not on the show where it's you're not only dating him, but you're dating the mom type thing. Okay, let me see. I do have a fake account to stalk people.
Hello, my little hairy nose hairs. Welcome back to another episode of WAG Podcast. It's been the new request, is little hairy nose hairs. Please, guys, comment down below what you think would be best.
And now we're going to kick today's video off with today, and the video is, would you still date him if? We are going to be giving tons of different things of would you date him if he had a girl best friend? I don't know. We're going to talk about it, and that is what it's going to be today. But if you guys can tell, we have on our little astronaut over there, we have the Erling Haaland, because the World Cup just happened. Sadly, didn't make it, but he is so chronically online, guys. If you tag him, maybe he sees this. And you know what? You know who else we have? We have Bella. Also, sorry.
What are you doing in my swamp?
No, it's just perfect.
When did you acquire that?
Hey, do you remember when it was on the desktop earlier? Go well. I tried making it a round shape. It looks perfect. Okay, the first question is, would you still date him if he liked every single girl's Instagram post and story?
Kinda sus.
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
No. Well, it's like one of those things where you would have to be like, okay, why are you okay, there's a difference between
is it like his sister?
If it's like his sisters.
Okay, I don't think it would be one of the things if it was his sister, it'd be fine. But
if it's like it's a mutual friend of ours and he likes the photo,
that's still weird.
Fine.
No. If I met, okay, let's say one of my girlfriends met him and they're now like, okay, we've known each other and I've dated him for the longest time and he follows her and all of her recent posts that she posted have been liked by him.
Yeah, I would be like, that's pretty sus right there.
Kinda sus.
Well, when you put it like that, no, I don't think it's that suspicious.
No, there's a difference. Like if you guys like just met and then he's starting to like all her posts, I think that's a little weird.
Oh, would you still date him if he checked your location like every 10 minutes? Okay, and then this is weird.
That's weird.
That's
weird.
Are we? See, it's like Scott doesn't like being tracked.
I don't like the thought of it because it's just weird to me. Yeah, if you're tracking them, like stalking them, that's weird. If you just open that, you're guilty because I know you track your boyfriend.
I track my boyfriend all the time.
But if I was like
not guilty, I will look and be like, he left. Where is he going? I'll follow. Let's see what his speed he's going and everything, and be like, oh, he made a left turn. Interesting. Where are you going? Yeah, I track my boyfriend all the time. I'll own it. I don't care.
Okay. I think if you are like worried, like maybe for a second, like maybe he's driving a long distance and you just want to check up to make sure like they're fine, then that's totally normal. But if you're like stalking,
that's suspicious.
Like, really
I
stalking.
stalk everyone actually.
Yeah,
I have
weird.
everybody's family location. I just stalk all of you guys.
You don't have my location.
Not yet.
Yeah. See. Okay, I have one. Would you still date him if he always called his mom for everything?
No, I'm not dating a mama's boy. Never again.
Because she dated a mama's boy. He was so annoying.
Oh my gosh, never again will I ever date a mama's boy. That was
he was like wrapped around her little finger.
Like, number one, it's okay. I love when a man loves his mom. Like, when a man loves his mom.
Like, he treats her kindly.
But we are not on the show where it's you're not only dating him, but you're dating the mom type thing. Because I'm not dating the mom. I don't want to.
Because then it's gonna be the momster.
I don't want to be holding my boyfriend's hand, and he's holding his mommy's hand.
You guys look like a throuple.
I don't need that. He can change his own diapers. His mommy don't need to help him. So, no, I'm okay. Why are you guys laughing? No.
You'll find out whenever you see this later.
But if he respects his parents, super green flag. That's a bright green forest. If he's disrespectful, red flag. If he's a mama's boy, red flag.
Okay, next one. Would you still date him if I said this in the intro? If you had a girl best friend.
Darn, that was mine, you stealer.
Yep, I said it first. Would you still date him if you had a girl best friend?
I feel like this depends.
Because I'm the girl best friend. Because I'm the best.
I agree with you
Here's the
on
thing.
that.
Like, I have girl best friends, and I have, like, Ryan, our guest. I've known him for the longest time.
Yeah,
and
I
he's
would say-
like, I say he's my brother, but I see Ryan all the time. We never text. I never call. It's like we just see each other and we'll talk, and that's, like, us. But it's, at the end of the day, I don't, like, the girl best friend is a little different. No, I'm not comfortable with that.
I would say not really, just because, like, I think the whole point is that you're supposed to marry your best friend. And, like, I think if he has a best friend that he's going to hang out with her all the time. Like, there's a difference between a respectful girl best friend and a disrespectful girl best friend. But if he's kind of, like, valuing her friendship
I say it's fine if the girl best friend also wants to be girl best friends with you.
Yeah, it's just
No,
like, if she, like,
tell you
wants to be
why.
best
I will tell you
friends-
why. It's because if you go and be like, man, so and so, like, your boyfriend will name him Todd. Todd, like, man, like, Todd kind of hurt my feelings on this, but I'm not gonna tell him so we don't cause drama. Girl best friend's gonna go to Todd and be like, well, your girlfriend told me this and is talking bad about you like this. That's what girl best friends would do. I would do that if I. Here's the thing: if I was girl best friends with a guy, the only reason I would be girl best friends with the guy is if I had a thing for him. Not Ryan. Not Ryan. Ryan's like a brother, okay?
Yeah, okay, but
That's
what
how I don't even know if
okay.
Ryan's into women. But, anyways, just saying, like, the only reason I'd actually be best friends with the guy where I'd message him, call and hang out is because I have a thing for him.
Yeah,
and the moment he gets a girlfriend, I'm gonna break that up so fast.
You're
So
fine.
fast.
Have friends that are girls. That's fine.
Yeah,
but
not
if it's
girl
like a
best
girl best friend, like, something great just happened. I'm gonna go call my girl best friend. Then I'm gonna call my
I'm the girl best
girlfriend.
friend.
Like, I think the girlfriend should always be a girl
Yeah.
best friend.
Yeah, I'm the best friend.
Why are you like iffy on this?
Because this is all. I didn't know we were really this intense about it.
well,
Yes.
she's more intense.
It's because
about it.
in my head,
When
you
get
are
a
Ryan's girl
boyfriend,
best
when you
friend.
Get a boyfriend.
Hang on.
Trust the jealousy of another
Do you
woman
not
in
re-
your boyfriend's business is
Hang
something
on.
I cannot explain. But you want to.
How have you felt that way?
want-
None of your
I-
boyfriends
no,
have had a
I'm
girl
just
best
saying,
friend.
when I go out with my boyfriend and I see a girl checking out my boyfriend, I want to pull the girl's hair out. It's nothing against the girl. I'm such a girl's girl. I love girls.
I'm such a girl's
I
girl.
am, but do
One
not
look at
be
my
looking-
boyfriend, your hair's getting
but
ripped
don't
out.
be looking at my boy. And I'm not a protective type of like
Oh!
Stop. You capping right there, bro.
especially like if you're trying to like if you,
You know, I
are
was trying to
flirting
make a
in front of me
point.
with my boyfriend, you're done. Like I don't like I'm like girls out the window at that time. Like I'm so sorry, and I hope the girls that are listening to me don't
Just
think
let
I'm
it happen.
crazy and are agreeing with me, because here's the thing: if you aren't jealous when there are girls
Yeah,
looking
if
at your
you're gonna be
boyfriend, then you're not.
jealous.
Then you don't love him. Then you don't like him, because that's the problem in relationships. Oh, I'm not jealous. Blah 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 blah. No, you should be jealous when a man's trying to hit on me. Okay, you better be prepared to knock your man out.
Why is your voice dropping so deep?
I'm trying to cough.
It dropped a genuine
I'm
3 octaves.
I'm just saying, if your man's not jealous when you're hanging out with other men, he's not the man you want, okay? If my man does not storm into the room and be like, that's my woman, back off, then dump him. Dump him and get a better guy. Anyways, let's keep talking. This
Fine.
one's a good one. Would you still date him if he lived in his parents' house at 25?
No.
And I say this for one reason. Because I want a responsible man that can lead my family. Not someone that lives with his parents at 25.
No, if he's not like
I love how
wanting
the energy's down now.
if
Oh,
he's
I
not
think we've
wanting
gotten
to
it
become
out
a
now.
provider and like wanting to be like, I want to get a
Agreed.
house, I need to get a job. If he's just like chud maxing at his parents' house, like, no, let me go get my Diet Coke and then I'm gonna play video games all day. That's stupid. You could do
Yeah.
that like when you're a young teenager, like every boy goes through that phase. But when you're like 25, you're pushing 30, bro.
By the way, I heard 25 is when like your
frontal
lobe
develops.
fully develops. If you still don't have something together at 25, your brain's fully developed at that point. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah,
I don't know.
and-
I don't know.
Okay, one of mine is if he sleeps in until like 3 p.m.
No. when they're younger, that's normal.
I want to say this. I know people that do that, but solely
believe me, because believe me, if I could sleep in until noon, I would sleep until noon.
I would do that too.
Solely because the only reason they sleep in that late is because they get home at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Then that's totally normal.
Okay, but
totally
let's put it in the scenario of you are our age and you're maybe 18 and you play video games all night, all the time, and then you sleep in until 3 p.m. and that's how you start your day.
That's a bad habit. You get out of the habit. When you're younger, I feel like it's more normal to watch
every 14, 15-year-old
video games, okay? I play Minecraft, okay? I like playing Minecraft.
I play Minecraft
too. There's a time where you just need to put it up and just be like,
yeah. If it's like every single day you're sleeping until 3 p.m. and maybe you're on Instagram all night long, I'm like, okay, that's pretty lazy. But if you're like much younger, like you're 14, 13, I feel like that's normal, but you should get out of the habit. It's just not a good habit. If you're older, like you're 18, 19, 20, that's different. You should be getting up earlier.
Okay, do you have any others?
Would you still date him if he treated you differently in front of all of his friends?
Nope.
No.
Move on.
No,
Next.
that's not even.
Wow, that was like
you
you guys. The first one I say, y'all didn't even spend 3 seconds on it.
No, because I'll tell you why. There's a little difference, okay, that men do and sometimes women do, okay? Sometimes when we're in like a friend group, like men, I feel like when they're with their person they really like, their girlfriend, their wife, they're like, that's their comfort. We're supposed to be their comfort as the women, and they're gonna be comfortable with us, and they're gonna be, I don't know, cozying up on our neck and just being a total hamster. And so, but then when they're with their friends, they're totally normal. So I'm just saying, sometimes that's a little difference, but if they're like treating you like
felt a little bit of a jab
rudely in front of,
if they're treating you rudely, that's awful.
like, yeah, but like if he's not being super like,
if he's being different in like a negative sense. And he's just like, I don't know, with my friends, leave me be. I don't know. That's different. What's the next one you have?
Okay, would you date him if he had a fake account to stalk people? Okay, let me say, I do have a fake account to stalk people.
I was gonna say,
but it's not even a fake account. It's my spam account, and I follow people. And actually, it was so funny. I followed this one girl that was close to us, and like she like hit all of us on her story. So, anyways, like I like having my little thing because it can like spy on, not spy on people, but like I only do that to people I don't know if I don't trust them. And that's it.
I do that too. Not gonna lie.
So like I feel like it's not.
I have a spam account. If I'm gonna stalk someone, it would be on my spam account. I have not like stalked someone before, but
there was
would.
One time, he's not a friend of ours anymore in our friend group, but he was saying he didn't have a girlfriend. So I went to my spam account because he followed me. Because I knew he posted on his story, but he had me hidden. So I went to my spam account, and there she was, posted on his story. And I screenshot it. I said, yeah, bro's got a girlfriend.
Would you still date him if he called you for absolutely everything? As in the sense of like, he doesn't know how to, like, if he called you and he's like, hey, I don't really know how to, like, change this tire. I don't really know how to do this. I don't really know how to do that.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to say this as someone. This is my one advice. If you listen to any of my dating advice, is this one thing. If your man doesn't know how to change a tire, leave him on the curb and dump him. And I mean this in the nicest way. I feel like everyone should know how to change a tire. Kindergarten.
Yeah, I know how to change a tire.
If I am like in a desperate situation, I call my man. I'm like, hey, I'm on the side of the road. I don't know what to do.
And he goes, like, I don't know how to help.
Hang up. That for
sure.
Oh
my gosh, I saw this thing on Instagram, and it was like,
I know what you're talking about.
It was like, and it was a text chain. It was like, hey, Dad, my tire's flat. Can we change it? And he goes, aren't you with your boyfriend? He goes, yeah, he doesn't know how to change it either. And he goes, okay, step 1, dump him.
Yeah.
And then it was, okay, step 2, I'll be there. And I was like, yeah.
Dads are the best. Seriously.
Yeah, you gotta, Also, listen to your like family's advice, especially like your dad's. If he's
Yeah,
like he's a
Angelina.
total red flag, you should listen.
I love my dad. My dad's great.
My dad's great with
Yeah.
dating advice. I mean, he taught me how to hug a guy. I didn't know how to
I'm
hug.
sorry, you
I was
made
looking
it-
up
it was
YouTube
really funny.
tutorials.
She was
in the
And one of
car.
the things was one of the it was insane. We were heading to track, and Bella, we were watching YouTube. Bella's like 10 ways to hug a guy, and my dad had a whistle in his mouth, and it was one way hug a guy, side hug, and my dad's like, yes, that's great. Another way, you jump into his arms and you wrap your legs around, and my dad went with the whistle. No,
Never
And so-
hug someone like that. It's the worst way.
You,
Anyways, it was
I'm
really
sorry.
funny.
You looked up how to hug someone.
Yeah.
I did. And my dad was telling me, he's like, okay, I know I'm your father and I'm not really supposed to say stuff like this, but to hug a guy properly, just go like this. It's perfect. I was like, okay.
Is that a red flag on you or a green flag on you?
I think that's you don't know how to hug someone?
I looked up a YouTube tutorial in front of him on how to hold hands.
No, you did not.
I did.
Oh, that's
You-
so sad.
In
yeah,
front of him?
in front.
That's so sad.
Yeah, no, in front of him. I looked up images and a YouTube tutorial on how to hold hands, and because we didn't know how to, so
I am beyond shocked.
I
So-
don't know what to
What
say
did
to
it
that.
pull up?
it pulled up like this.
And it was like
Yeah, it looks something like that.
I don't even know what to say to you right now. How are you my own sister? You hold hands with everyone.
holding hands is like the
I
easiest
don't hold
thing.
hands with everyone.
You're telling me you haven't like, hey everyone, cross the street, hold hands, cross the street.
No, but there's
It's
a
the
difference
same
between when
thing.
you're nervous, and I haven't held my mom's hand in like years.
Probably
Mom.
same, but like,
Well, because okay, here, let me show you. So there's two ways.
Wait,
I
make
didn't
sure.
know
Wait,
if it
Real quick. Make sure you're smothering her neck.
I didn't know.
hang on, is that a real thing that has happened?
Oh no! So I walked in. I was trying to get food, and he is like this, and her neck like a hamster. And
kissed your foot in the pool.
well, I don't care about that. But smothering.
What has happened while I was gone?
So give me your hand. I didn't know if it was this way
Yes.
or if it was this way.
It doesn't matter.
But I wanted to know the right way.
Okay, sit back down. Okay.
Bella, it doesn't matter because whichever way's most comfortable. To me, that was just like uncomfortable.
Yeah, so that's why I had to figure it out.
They're very uncomfortable.
No.
No, I think if I walked into both of those things happening at the same time,
He's
think
more clingy.
I think I would have freaked out. I think I would have walked in and I would have said, "What in like National Geographic? This is like strange addiction. I need to get out of here. I can't handle."
He likes her feet. He likes her.
No. Okay,
No.
We're not getting into this. We're not getting into this. If you want.
Hang
both
on, no. Would you date him if he was really into your feet?
Yeah. Okay, no, because I dated a man that hated. No, real quick, before you think I'm weird, I dated a man that hated my feet. I would have to wear socks in front of him. If I didn't wear socks, he would gag.
He would
He would
start
gag.
gagging.
I'd rather have my man like my feet and give me foot massages whenever I want than someone that doesn't. Okay, and when
It's so
the
weird.
day you get a foot massage, you'll come to me like, Angelina, I don't know what I've been
but the
missing my
one
whole
thing
life.
that I can't have,
Because it is great, okay? Okay?
yeah, with
My
your
feet-
Sasquatch feet.
No.
Yeah, and you know what? That Nina, you can't ever say this to hamster. That the most ticklish spot ever is right on my shoulders. If anyone touches my shoulders, I would literally
Oh, so when
die.
he's like nuzzling into your neck, that wasn't like ticklish or something?
No, if someone puts their hands on my neck right
Yeah,
here.
no. So I put Bella's hands to do like this like karate trick on her, and she literally collapsed on the ground laughing. I was like, boom, bam, like. dang.
Because everyone thinks,
Robert
oh,
got
it's
her
your
shoulders.
side that's ticklish. My sides aren't ticklish. They aren't ticklish, so I have to fake laugh sometimes because my sides are not ticklish whatsoever. My feet
You
are
fake
ticklish.
laugh when a hamster tickles you.
Well,
Seems
I laugh.
like the relationship isn't built on truth.
No. I am ticklish because he's making me laugh, but I'm not like if someone touches my shoulders, that is like more ticklish than my feet.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I've learned a lot of information that some I didn't want to know and some I'm a little scared that I do know, honestly. But if you like this video, do we have anything else to end on?
No. Come back for next week's video. 'Cause
Video.
That's even more juicier.
It'll be, yeah. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.